Sup podcast, this is James Lau here. Welcome back to another episode of The House Show. So for today, I will be discussing about Memorandum of Transfer, which is the so-called MOT. MOT is actually one of the costs that we wouldn't have to pay in advance. We will need to pay the MOT if the developer were to transfer the name to us. So before I touch about MOT, let's just briefly discuss what is actually a strata property and why is it related to this MOT thing. If you were to think about the entire development, what the developer do is they purchase a huge piece of land. That big piece of land is under one title. But then the developer actually built like a few hundred units on top of that piece of land. How should I describe to you? Let's say the entire development is a huge piece of layer cakes, and then what you own actually it's not the entire cake, but part of that certain layer belongs to you. So that is what we call a strata property, and that is when the developer would like to transfer the name because you actually own part of it, but not the entire development. So actually this MOT thing is only payable after like 5 years or more than that down the road. You will have to pay this, the so-called MOT, so that this property actually belongs to you. MOT is one of the costs that we would have to pay, but it's actually one of the highest costs that we will have to pay. So for examples, like other kinds of costs, we would have it something like loan agreement, the stamp duty for that, and then the legal fee as well. MOT can be also known as the transfer of name. So technically means the transfer of ownership. If you were to buy the so-called sub-sale, then I guess you will have to pay upfront. So for high-rise, we actually don't get to see the actual unit first, but then we choose to purchase. So yeah, that's the difference. If you are still facing problems such as choosing a unit between a high-rise or a landed property, I'll put the link above me. So yeah, check it out. How much does the MOT actually cost you? If I remember correctly, the first 100,000 you will have to pay 1% for that. For the next 400,000, you have to pay 2% for that. Let's say if you were to purchase this house for 500,000, then you will have to pay 1% of 100,000 and 2% of 400,000. The fee for the MOT for a 500,000 property is actually 9,000. Did I do my calculation right? 100,001 to a million, they will charge 3% for that. Anything above a million, they will charge 4%. If the units that you have purchased, it's quite a high end range type of property, then you have to pay a higher MOT. However, our government recently announced about the home ownership campaign, which is the extended version. So actually the MOT is waived for properties below 1 million ringgit. That will actually save you around at least 10,000. That's part of the home ownership campaign. That's just a minor part of the home ownership campaign, which is related to our topic today, which is the Memorandum of Transfer. I guess I'll do another video on this home ownership campaign, the latest HLC, and how you should take advantage of that. I guess that comes to an end of this episode. So if you actually gotten something away from this short clip, remember to smash that like button and share it and even subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.